As we check out round one, heat number 9, and a couple of familiar faces that we just saw in a battle up at the Gold Coast at the season opener in a final to kick off a brand new year. And also goofy foot Miguel Pupo, representing Brazil, will look to get things firing. This is Andino, the Californian, getting his way down the line, wrapping cutback, and he's got a big section, throw tail reverse, ends up incomplete.
It's, you know, one of those days where you've got to pick the right turns, make sure you're in the right place at the right time. So even though it is absolutely perfect right now, it's still a tricky lineup to navigate through. We've seen that.
I think they finally had to rip that thing off of him when they had to change the color for this matchup. This is Kolohe, the Californian now. There's that quick whip off the top, jams it off the top of that section. He'll come around the corner and still has a lot of speed to burn with that front side wrap in the pocket. He'll just continue to fade and hope this thing grows. It's going a little slow motion. And now just hopping out of there.
Notice he's got that front foot strap, Joe. I like it. You know, I think you can oversurf. I think you can surf too much. You've got to come into events hungry, and that's exactly what he looks like this year. You know, he's not oversurfed, obviously done all the training. He's looking good. You know, I like the fact that he's fitting his turns in perfect. He's got more rail game going. We've seen a little bit of the air game, but not as much, which really impresses me. He's obviously worked a lot with his boards. His boards look a little longer, a little thicker, and I think it suits him down to a T. You know, Kolohe's starting to fill out. He's starting to put a lot of muscle on, and we're starting to see that real power game, that power base come into play.
Well, Potts, I'm always but a lot of people are asking how come these guys ended up in the same heat. More on that in a moment, with Kolohe setting up a fun-looking right. Carves it in the pocket. There's that high line wrap as Wilco gets started now. Wilco blows the tail out into his second carve as Andino's looking to finish. Little whitewater to nail off the top. Wilco big wind up and throws his board backwards. Now he'll just get a little jam down to set up this inside corner. That backhand still looking healthy. The world #1 putting up a deep...
Looks like he's riding the same board that he had on the Gold Coast. Beautiful seamless surfing right here. Just setting it up. You can see him winding up. Once he gets going, now he clicks that turn right there. Just literally throws the board up and over the wave. Unbelievable control right there from Matty Wilco. Normally you'd spin that one all the way around. Matty Wilco decided to go almost all the way around and then bring it back, which just shows amazing control.
More waves on the way, and it looks like Miguel Pupo is looking for his start now. 19:40 on the clock. Always silky smooth as he's just searching for a decent section as he kicks out. Solid start to this heat with world #1.
I kind of feel like you could almost give credit to Kolohe for staying busy, catching waves, and kind of sucking him into the inside to catch that wave. You can basically manufacture a score on that wave with that turn.
Thank you, Strider. Now, Wazalewski's watching this as well. This is Miguel Pupo. Big first turn. He's got the speed to come around the corner straight up on a heavy section. Now he's setting up the inside corner. Fades it. And now he's looking to capitalize. Top turn, snap off the top, and now a deep bottom turn and winds up for a big finish. Unfortunately, Pupo gets hung up, and he's going to lose that final turn.
Yeah, just sort of mistimed that last turn right there from Miguel, but a very tricky wave to ride nonetheless.
Kolohe once more through the inside, a big front side wrap. Lays down a snap on the next section. And now still carving through the inside part of the wave. Little layback to change up the rhythm. Tough section to ride out of, and Andino's going to get taken down. So he won't get credit for the final turn.
As Matty Wilco did, 6.67. Let's have a look at Miguel's wave here. One of the bigger ones too. So Miguel, nice opening turn right there. Comes around the section. I was talking to Miguel yesterday, and he said those big foam climb floaters out here at Bells are very tricky. It wipes a lot of speed off. You end up coming out, having to then regather. And this is kind of what happened. Filled in the dots right here. Came off the bottom and didn't quite connect that last turn. You can see the frustration there from Miguel Pupo. So even though it is perfect today, Joe, you've really got to make sure you pick the right turns at the right place.
So looking at 16:40 to go, Miguel Pupo, ranked number 25th in the world, just 24 years of age. Actually was a little concerned with requalifying coming into Pipeline.
Yeah, you know, that can happen. You know, even though you do get a good start, you've still got to back it up. Nice little turn there from Kolohe. I love the rail work that he's got going right now. But again, sort of a medium-sized wave. needed to finish this off right here to get a good score. Unfortunately, didn't ride out. The judges are going to be very critical with that kind of stuff. We heard Rishi Porter, the head judge, say.
And we know his famous coach now, Glenn Micro Hall, was kind of counting all the backside turns he did. He figured he's probably getting about $1,000 a turn on the way to that big prize check. As we look at Kolohe pulling into a rare tube at Bells, he'll pop out. Probably felt good for him. As we look at Pupo on the next wave. Nice and casual, a big power jam on the back end. The talented goofy foot Brazilian showing his strengths with that smooth vertical approach. Nice morning conditions. He'll glide through and just continue to hug the pocket here. All setup work for Pupo. Casually off the lip. And now just ends up searching for a final section that never came true, but he'll be adding that score to his top 2 for the time being.
Drawing off the bottom, so you know, you practice by maybe doing that. It's really difficult to do though. Kolohe Andino, I love that foam climb, and like you said, just a little bit of a shampoo underneath the lip there. That's not going to really go into his top 2. Miguel's wave though, bit of a slow start here, comes around, nice jam in the top right there, and another solid turn. So 2 back-to-back, great maneuvers, and a vertical one there. So showing some variety, joining the dots nice and clean. There's that backside cutback that you talk about. Got to get nice and low, jam that back foot into the wave, and just get that real sort of projection back into the white water. This is where the wave goes a little slow. So Miguel just joining the dots and then decides to kick out of that. Why? Because
on the championship tour, world number 1, Matty Wilkinson, is setting up that backhand. Already has a 6.67. Late jam behind the section. Looks like he's going to hang in there for a moment, and now kicking out. Wilco hungry for more. He'll watch Andino get started. Kolohe layback hook, using that section well. Goes for a front side punt, air reverse towards the beach. Perfect control for Kolohe. Set up wrap, looking for a big finishing move. Hacks his way through and gets out. So Kolohe looking to improve on a 4.9 to protect that lead.
Starting to use it towards the back end of this heat just to make sure he gets that good score.
9:30 on the clock. We just got to see a heat with one of the best modern day bell surfers of all time.
You know, I thought Kelly's heat, there was a lot of waves, but not a lot of quality waves, and so I was just thinking, Bells is one of those places where you've almost got to surf a bit safe, but enough to get a score. And you know, I guess just being a first heat, I was just like, you don't have to win the contest in the first heat, you just have to win the heat regardless of your scores. And you know, I felt like I could have surfed a bit safe, but I kind of just, you know, you might, if I had fallen on one of those waves, I lose the heat because you don't get another opportunity.
And just looking at that matchup, I mean, yourself and Tajwari, you guys have both taken home bells, but Sebastian Zietz has really looked dangerous, especially from the Gold Coast. Do you ever look at the heats like that?
Of the rest of the top 34, Parko, with 14 previous appearances at Bells, has won this event 3 times. And maybe he didn't put together one of his best heats of his career, of a 6.77. Wilkinson has dropped down to 3rd at the moment as we're starting to run out of time. Wilco looking to get this rhythm started. A lot of foam on the face of this wave. Deep bottom turn with a lot of momentum. Down carves right into a seamless bottom turn. He's got a casual rhythm and flow to this wave, and now more waves starting to grow in front of him. Little 2-for-1 option on the finishing section for Wilco.
Obviously first time he's worn that yellow jersey, so there's that added pressure. Everyone's expecting big things from him. You know, just that bottom turn is beautiful out here. He almost reaches down and grabs the rail. Nice smooth surfing from Matty Wilco. This is what you want to do out here at Bells. Just don't rush it. Wait for it to stand up, then unload those big turns. As you said, Joe, that 2-for-1 at the end there, just fit that last turn in absolutely perfect. Kind of what Joel said, you know, surfed it a little safe, but made sure because he was on a good one, he didn't want to make any mistakes. Kolohe on this one as well. Nice little inside. And there's that air reverse. 6.03 for Kolohe on this occasion. It did improve his situation, but finds himself down in third spot.
So Andino just searching for the win off Wilco. He wants immediate payback from losing the final up on the Gold Coast of Australia, but he's got the new school progressive approach where he can blow it off the lip at any time. Already getting underway is Wilco. 2 beautiful vertical turns into a 3rd and tail sliding maneuver. He's still in there, and he'll just throw a chop off to spin out. before we went to break pots,
Yep.
Wilco took the lead with a 6-7-3.
He did, absolutely that. And now he's going to try and stay busy. I love that vertical approach he's got. And once he gets that first turn nailed, it just puts him in such good rhythm. We saw him do it on the Goldie. We're starting to see a little bit of it here.
Important wave for Andino, now needing a 7-3-7, a stretched out air reverse to beat his section, but he ends up down 90 seconds. Priority with Miguel Pupo, who needs a 6.63 to take the lead off Wilco. Usually are in store for beautiful waves that come with it. But now 20 seconds. This is going to be Andino's last chance to turn this heat. A classic frontside wrap to start. Flowing through his points well on a huge power hook. Impressive start for the kid from San Clemente. Wrapping away through this inside corner. Not a whole lot of wave to work with, but he's keeping his line solid from start to finish. We'll hear the horn sound, and Kolohe will just hope for something to push against on the inside. Just a little inside snap, but he's feeling it. Kolohe needed a 7-3-7 to steal the win off Matty Wilkinson.
It's more of an inside section. Both Matty Wilco and Miguel Pupo let this wave go, Joe, so the judges are having a little bit of a look. Kind of a slow part of the inside here. He was looking for something special at the end. Not too much right there for Kolohe Andino. He likes it though, Joe. He likes it. 7.37 required.
That's right. The judges watching that replay, they also saw the turns out the back. Saw that inside a little slow motion, but the damage was done from Andino in the first couple sections. Kolohe's last is 6.27. Not quite enough to take the lead off Matty Wilkinson. And the Jeep yellow jersey. So far so good for Matt Wilkinson, the world #1. Successful in winning his first round heat, and he'll be flying into the third round of competition pots.
He's looking comfortable, Joe. I like the fact he's put on that performance. You know, a tough thing to do, to come off a win. World #1. There's a lot of pressure goes along with that. And he answered all the questions. Is he going to perform? Yes, he did.
Matty Wilkinson takes the win in a rematch from the final with Kolohe Andino and Pupo.